Excuse me. May I take a moment of your guys' time?
No, I'm sorry, we're in a hurry.
Hey, no problem. Have a great day, guys. And I do feel bad when people choose not to answer my question, of course. Because I want to know. I want to know what those people believe in. I want to understand what it is to see the world through their perspective. So I can have a conversation and a moment of learning. Because if we don't learn from one another, what are we doing? What are we doing? What's the outcome of choosing not to learn? It's a sense of sadness. Hey, my friend, may I ask you a question? Do you mind if I record or you want me to turn it off?
What?
Do you mind if I record my question to you or do you want me to turn it off?
What's your question?
I can turn it off. Do you want me to turn it off or you don't mind?
What's your question?
Thank you, brother, for your time. My question is, what should we do about the world as adults?
As adults,
I'm going to step closer to you so I can record what you say.
to be honest, as adults, you know, in this day and era, it really depends on the type of adults that you're talking about. Now, you want to talk about adults in this era, I'm 25. So now you want to talk about coming adults in this era, I think adults today need to, you know, shut up more, listen and observe more. You know, take a good look long in the mirror and everything, and reflect on their past and learn from their mistakes, whatever. They can better themselves and everything, become leaders for the next generation. Right now, this generation ain't got no leaders. That's why we fucking up right now.
Man, I want to give you a motherfucking hug, man.
And right now, you know, we get labeled as products of our environment shit because we get misled on and we get sold all the lies and all the false
Man, step back.
all the false livelihoods and lifestyles and shit like that. Only to end up in jail or dead or in the grave, you feel me? And that shit ain't fair. Not especially to us, especially to the young niggas that, you know, we trying to do something with our lives and everything like that, but how we gonna make an impact and do something when we constantly seem to gotta look over our shoulder to do something, you know? I mean, it's not a lot of good in this motherfucking world, especially in the city that we live in right now.
Crime's going up, man.
It's time to start going up. You feel me? Stop pointing the fingers and everything like that, and start taking accountability and responsibility for our own actions as human beings and everything like that. Because if we don't take accountability and we don't take responsibility for the shit that we do, we never gonna break the cycle.
Thank you for your, thank you. You, that's exactly the point why I do this. That's why I started. Because I want people to understand that there are so many of us, the majority of our brothers and sisters here, not only in the city, but in this planet, feel something similar to you, my brother. And that's why I chose to do this. And that's why I chose to record it, whoever wishes and allows me to record them. Because I want more people to hear this. I want all my brothers and sisters to hear me as I ask them the same question so they can hear from each other, so they can better understand what it is to live as a human. We're living on this planet misinterpreting each other. That's why I went around and I asked people this question because it's important to me that my brothers and sisters, whether we have the same father, the same mother, it doesn't matter. We bleed the same blood and we die in the same way.
Right, we got, not even that, it's just like, it's simple math. You look at it, we all got the same 24 hours in the day. We breathe in the same air, got the same color blood. You feel me? The only difference between me and the next person is what's in my bank account. Other than that, we damn near the same. We go through the same different shit. We just handle it and deal with it in different ways.
That's why I asked
Ain't
people.
no difference. It's just like motherfuckers need that perspective.
That's why I go around asking people, because I want to show the world what it is to understand each other. We're in this alone, together. What sense does it make for everyone to struggle alone?
Oh, absolutely. There ain't no sense at all.
That's why I want to go around and ask every person who's willing to share what they believe with me, because I see a future with peace, prosperity for my brothers and sisters, a future where our children can live and prosper freely without people having to worry about death. We're the top of the food chain. We can go into space, and we're worried about our children being hurt. At what point did it make sense to people to not work together? At what point did it make sense to stop caring? People are assuming the worst of each other because they don't ask each other. How will we ever escape this nightmare if we don't work on it together?
See, but it ain't gonna, see, you gotta remember, like, Rome, it wasn't built in a day. Change don't happen overnight. It's gonna take time. But the best thing that you can do to help with, create the change that you want, see and everything like that, is to set the example.
That's what this is, my brother.
If you don't set the example and everything like that, and if you don't give something for motherfuckers to follow by, then how do they ever know? How would they never know what you're talking about?
That's what this is, my brother.
You gotta give them the example and everything like that. You gotta show them that it can be done.
That's what I'm
If
doing.
you don't show them that it can be done and everything like that, they just gonna look and be like,
How many people thought we would never be able to go into space or fly in airplanes?
see, but
You see what I'm saying?
okay, but see, you looking at it from a different perspective. You looking at it from a different perspective now. Okay, space, us being able to go into space, that's a whole different thing now. You gotta look at the lower class.
No, that's what I'm saying, though.
You feel me? Like
That's-
lower class citizens right now, kids like niggas like me, we ain't got the opportunity right now to go in a motherfucking space.
No, and I agree
So,
with you.
You can't speak on that.
No, that's what I'm saying, though. But
You
I
gotta-
was
you gotta speak
agreeing
on
with
something else.
I was agreeing with the point you were saying, though, that over time there has been a larger group of people who say things are impossible until they're actually able to see it
Yeah.
possible. That's why I chose to start this.
You gotta see things. You gotta believe it to see it.
That's why I started doing this, my friend, because I told this lady, one day someone's gonna start and one day someone's gonna finish. And I plan on finishing, whether it takes me my entire life to show everybody what it is to be human and what it is to understand each other's struggles.
And I'm gonna tell you like that, man. It ain't about what you do in this world, it's what you leave behind for the next generation, man.
And that's what I want to leave
If you don't
behind.
leave nothing behind for the next generation, what did you really do?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I want to leave this for every generation that is to come. Because I want them to see people, average people like you and myself, talking about what's important for the future. Because I don't know if you have children.
Man, that's a touchy subject for
Like, don't worry about it, brother. Touchy subject, I understand completely. But myself, I do have children, and I want to leave a world of peace. At least the beginning stages of it. At least some tangible proof that peace has always been possible. Because imagine you and I, my friend, if we grew up in a world where the adults in our lives taught us what it is to have peace in our lives and in
let me
our
ask you a
world.
question.
Yes.
If we don't have peace within ourselves, within our own battles and our own trials and tribulations and everything, how can we spread peace throughout the world?
But that's why I said I found peace within myself. And that's why I wish to spread what it is I feel.
Yeah, but you expressing and you telling what it is not telling us how we supposed to achieve it.
Would you like me to share with you?
Currently, right now, I don't have the time.
Which way you headed, brother? I'll walk with you. I was headed that way too. I'll turn this off.
We're about to talk about